I'm super excited for you to be in this group. I'm super excited for you to start this journey with this program. It literally changed so much for me, changed my life completely and my relationship with food. I never realized how bad of an emotional eater I was until I dove into this program and learned all the things and learned my thoughts and learned how to feel my feelings instead of eat my feelings, learned how to feel emotions. I'm not perfect. There's still times that I struggle with emotional eating, but I'm aware of it and I catch myself and I figure out what's going on and why I'm reaching for foods, and then I make a change. So just know you're human and that's okay. It's a process, and I promise you, if you stick to this and just keep trying and don't give up, you are going to get further than you think you can. I promise you that. First, I want to talk to you guys about 24-hour planning. You should have watched the Two Bunnies video, the scale video that I posted, the importance of getting on the scale every day, the food groups, and the Plate It videos. If you have not watched those yet, go back and watch them, because those are like, that's like the program. So if you don't know those, you're not going to know the guidelines, and you're going to really struggle figuring out what works for your body. That's the whole beauty of this program, is you figure out what works for your body. And that's why once you get to where you want to be, it's not a yo-yo diet, it's a lifestyle, because you know what works for your body and you know how to keep the weight off or to lose it. So go back, watch the videos. I love that we have access to it all the time, forever, so you can go back and refresh whenever you want. So 24-hour planning. I do not meal prep, but I do plan my meals out for the week. And then once I have my meals planned, I buy my groceries for those meals. So one, I save money. Two, I know what I'm going to be eating for the week, and that helps me not want to go out and eat or not eating in the moment. Okay, so that's my suggestion, is plan your meals out for the week. But then once you've planned them out for the week, I want you to pick a time every single day. It can be morning, afternoon, night, when you go to bed, whatever, and plan your meals for the next day. And if you plan on going out to dinner, plan on eating, like write it down. If you plan on going to a birthday party and you plan on eating cake, write it down. The more you write down, the more detailed you get, the quicker you're going to figure out what works for your body. Not only do I want you to plan and track in advance, but track as you're eating it too. You'll, later on in the program, you'll get to the videos where she talks about the catchphrases, and one of them is, if you nibble it, scribble it. The more detailed you get with tracking, the quicker you're going to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and you can make adjustments. So with our brains, we have a higher brain, lower brain. The lower brain is the one that like lives in the moment, eats in the moment. Our higher brain is the brain that's like driving the future bus. Okay, we want to be functioning from the higher brain. That's not always going to happen, but that's the goal. So when you are planning your meals, when you tell yourself, okay, I need to sit down and plan my meals, your brain's going to be like, this is stupid, I don't want to do this, this takes too long. It's going to come up with all the excuses. It takes like 2 minutes. It's not that hard. It's an easy thing to do, but because it is an easy thing to do, it's also an easy thing not to do. When your brain starts telling you that you don't want to do it, I want you to remind yourself that you are worth it, and that this is an important thing to do, and that it's easy to do, and it will only take a couple minutes. The reason why we plan in advance is because when we plan and we stick with what we plan, it builds confidence in ourselves that we can actually do something that we say we were going to do. I want you to also plan on, when you get to the meal and you don't want to eat it, plan on maybe not wanting to eat it, and eat it anyway because you said you were going to and you made a commitment to yourself. but don't be mean to yourself. There's a difference. Like I said, your brain's going to come up with all the different excuses of why you shouldn't do it. But planning is a game changer. I can promise you that. If you don't plan, then you're planning to not succeed and be frustrated. And if you need help figuring these things out, then reach out to your coach. The next thing is I want you to meet yourself right where you are. And what I mean by that is when we tend to have fitness and health goals, we want to make all the changes overnight. We want to become the person that we are longing to be in like 24 hours or a week. That doesn't happen. When we try to make all the changes at once, that's when our willpower kicks in, and the willpower will last like 2 or 3 days, and then we get sick of having to deal with all that willpower and we give up. And that's how we convince ourselves that we can't do anything, we can't stick with anything, no program works. That's not how we're gonna do this time, okay? So I want you to meet yourself right where you are, and I want you to take a baby step forward. So example, water first, veggies most. If you're not one that likes to drink water and you struggle with drinking water, the goal is to drink half your body weight in water a day. Half your body weight in ounces of water a day. That's a lot of water if you haven't been drinking it. So instead of shooting for that goal, she says to drink 16 ounces before each meal. So make it a goal to just drink the 16 ounces of water before each meal. And then once you hit that goal at 80% for the week, then increase it a little bit more. If you're not very good at eating vegetables, maybe just shoot for eating vegetables on 2 meals or 1 meal and a snack. Don't try to make all the changes at once. When you hit it at 80%, then take a little baby step forward, okay? There's no shaming. There's no guilting yourself into shame or into change. That's not how this works. When we guilt and shame ourselves, that's not loving ourselves. And you have to love yourself in order to make a change and a true change that will last. Okay, so something, instead of saying like I need to lose weight, something you could say is I honor my body. And when you honor your body, it means you love it. And when you love it, you want to take care of it. Anything we love, we want to take care of, right? So tell yourself that you honor your body. We are learning, you are learning how to fuel your body. And I can promise you, if you follow these guidelines, you're gonna feel and notice a difference. And when you feel better and you notice what you're doing that makes you feel better, you want to keep doing those same things. You are human. You're not going to be perfect, and don't expect yourself to be perfect. There are going to be times when you catch yourself emotionally eating, and that's okay. It happens. But when you're reaching for foods and indulging on a lot of foods, a lot of comfort foods, you can stop and ask yourself, why am I reaching for this food? We will dive into that more later on with our emotions and stuff, but the key is to just take a baby step forward, okay? You will get where you want to be. I can promise you that. If 1, you don't give up, and 2, you just build one baby step at a time instead of trying to make all the changes at once, okay? And I can promise you, you're gonna get further than you ever imagined that you would get. I can promise you that because it happened to me, and it's happened to a lot of other people that I know that have followed this program. It's not a diet, it's not a fad, it's a true lifestyle. And you really do learn how to have a better relationship with food because you learn how to fuel your body and make yourself feel better. So focus on one step at a time and hitting that step at 80%. And once you hit it at 80%, we're gonna take another step forward. If you need help figuring out what little baby steps to take, please reach out to your coach or post in the group so that we can help you. Because I promise if you have a question, someone else is having a similar question, and we can all learn from each other. It's a safe place. It's okay to be vulnerable. Vulnerable does not mean you're weak. Vulnerable means that you are strong and that you're capable of getting hurt. And when we're capable of getting hurt, we grow. And that's the beauty of this whole journey, is growing and bettering ourselves and loving ourselves. Tell yourself, I'm going to continue to get better, and get rid of the all or nothing mentality. That's the lower brain talking when we have the all or nothing mentality. That's a thought that does not serve us in any kind of way. And when you mess up, because you're going to mess up, and that's okay, don't throw in the towel. Don't give up. What you're gonna do is be like, yeah, I probably ate a little too much of that, and you know what, that's okay. I might not feel the best, but that's okay. I'm just gonna reset now. I'm gonna go drink some water, and I'm gonna pick up right where I left off on my next meal. And you're gonna write it all down. You're gonna document how you feel, and then you're gonna let it go, and you're gonna move on to the next meal, and you're gonna know how to make an adjustment for the next day. And again, remind yourself that the all or nothing mentality is really going to get you absolutely nowhere. I will post the verbiage of all of this in the comments. And if you have any questions, please let us know. We are here to help you. We are here to be your cheerleaders, and we are here to support you. And we're so excited to get this going and start. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fabulous Thursday.